Hello, this is an intro to the stream. We've done it. We're introed. Okay, so today's episode's Wolf in the Fold, where Scotty is accused of being Jack the Ripper. Incidentally, I also looked at the Wikipedia page for Jack the Ripper. I don't recommend it, because there's pictures there, and, dude wasn't very nice. You know?
No, mass murderer, well, not mass murderer, actually serial killer, is not very nice.
Yes, you may not have known this, but the serial killer Jack the Ripper. Not cool. Very rude. Then there's the trouble with Tribbles. Everybody loves the Tribbles. And you just sort of have to mentally insert the DS9 crew. God, I should do an edit where they're just like lurking in the background. They're not, you don't focus on them at all. They're just lurking. That'd be good. And then the Gamesters of Triskelion, which is one of many TOS episodes about gladiatorial combat. But this time, they're being forced to do it by little rocks in jars that glow and bet on them. We're also going to get Rome gladiators, and I guess the thing with the Gorn was sort of gladiatorial. But yeah, should be good. Should be good. F the Tribbles. Ah yes, F because, you know, it's tragic what happened to them. They obliterated the Tribble homeworld. The great Tribble hunt of the Klingon Empire. There's totally songs about it. So how's the weather?
It's been alright.
Nice and cold?
It's actually reasonable temperature today.
So cold.
Nah, in the middle.
Fine. So, I somewhat recently moved into a place where there's now a second story, and I don't like it, because it's been raining here, and I can't hear the rain nearly as well, because there's this whole other floor above me. I can't even... I like it better when it's just hitting the roof right above me, but it doesn't work anymore. You can't hear the rain nearly as well. It's so disappointing. One-story houses are the way to go. Plus side, if you stay there long enough and you get old, you don't have to deal with stairs. Anything else to talk about today's episodes? What is... Wolf in the Fold. I think in Wolf in the Fold, they never actually established that Scotty didn't commit the murders. Like, he's accused of murder, and then I think they just kind of forget by the end of the episode. It's a trial. I don't remember. Trouble with Tribbles and Gamesters of Triskelion, I remember pretty much everything about it. A lot of the TOS episodes, I've forgotten pretty much everything about them, including Wolf in the Fold. Those two I remember, though. Oh, they should... So, we've gotten 3 Tribble episodes, right? We've gotten this one, we've got the DS9 one, and then we had the Discovery one where we learn they taste like scallops. And they have... What's the dude's name? Some dude's DNA. Oh, wait, no. Is there a Tribble in Enterprise 2? There is, right? I think
Not
Phlox
sure.
talks about Tribbles.
You might mention them, I don't know if we see them.
And then we also see one in Lorca's office.
Yep.
A weaponized attack Tribble, one assumes. Jarynx, am I forgetting any Tribbles? This episode, DS9 Trials and Tribulations. The one with awkward science man. Phlox mentions them in Lorca.
I think those are the dimensions. That's right.
Alright, well for now, Wolf in the Fold, everybody queue up. It is Season 2, Episode something or other. Press play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. If anyone else. Oh, yeah. So, scrolling through for a thumbnail. The first 2 minutes of this episode is just this lady dancing. Nothing else happens.
They're trying to fit out the episodes somehow.
Gene, what are you doing, man? This scene is just for Gene. This set really reminds me of Ensigns of Command from TNG. I'm not sure if it's the same set. I assume they didn't keep it for 30 years, but it looks the same.
Bones is enjoying himself.
Yeah.
Big old smile. It's always a little bit weird when Bones is smiling.
Yeah, she's totally getting murdered. 100%. Oh, it's another one of these planets. It's like the Justice Planet again.
Oh, right. Oh, Christ.
What are you talking about?
Man. Mean. Okay,
I
that
mean, it's
wasn't
impressive how far she can lean back without falling over.
true.
Zero chance I could do that.
No.
Like,
Very
not
true.
even just the not falling over part, like physically moving that much. It
No.
cannot happen.
I don't think I could achieve half that much.
That range?
Yeah.
Like, does she have a spine? I am a little concerned about glitter flying everywhere because it looks like there's a bunch of it in her dress.
Yeah.
No, Scotty, you're supposed to respect their cultural traditions, Scotty.
Flickering lights doesn't seem like a very satisfying way of applauding.
So the implication is that angry-looking Cape Man is the murderer,
Yeah.
but I don't remember if we ever actually proved that. Prescription belly dancing. Fascinating. Wait, what?
As a woman constantly gets thrown against the bulkhead.
Yeah. One singular woman caused any accident, so therefore all women must be at fault.
Wait, are they being serious that Scotty just hates women? Is that what they said?
No, they're saying that was a possibility.
Oh.
He might, yeah.
The guy on the floor there looks like he's wearing an old uniform. This is that guy.
Well, they really brought out the fog machine.
Wow.
You can see where it's
No
pouring
kidding.
from in the background.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fog.
Scotty, what have you done? A dozen times. It's been like 5 seconds. When did he... Okay, so yes, Scotty's a murderer.
Clearly.
The interesting thing about this is that Jack the Ripper was never near the bodies when they were found. As far as we know, of
Therefore,
course.
he can't be Jack the Ripper, right?
He could have been stood nearby, but just he very clearly wasn't, or he wasn't clearly the person who did the murder like this.
I mean, Scotty can't be Jack the Ripper because this woman still has a face. And as mentioned, Jack the Ripper was rude. A lot of... There was some more than stabbing going on there. Again, don't look at the Wikipedia page. There's pictures.
Great. I should go on one of the walking tours sometime.
Just of London? What?
Yeah, I actually live like in Whitechapel, like right where he was active. There are so many walking tours. The whole economy is Jack the Ripper. It's
How?
bizarre.
What? What tourist stuff could This is a street. There was
Yeah,
a
basically,
murder. It
where
seems like
someone
you got the whole story. It's...
I mean, people like the gory details.
Therapeutic shore leave. I mean, more than suspicion, really. I mean, he's standing over the body with a knife 5 seconds
Pretty.
after she got stabbed. Oh, and here we go. Juror number 2.
Oh, it is. God.
So if you haven't watched 12 Angry Men since the last time we mentioned this guy, you should go watch 12 Angry Men. This guy's in it.
Basically, just this character too.
Yeah, it's the same guy. This is a trial
Naive.
episode. It's not even a switchblade. That was a cafe? Alright. Yes, go on. Absolutely worthless, Scotty.
Hmm.
What is the point of you? What do you mean you know Scotty? Is he... What does that mean in this context? Is he just forgetful in general? Prone to panic? What's the deal?
I think he was saying he's reliable. Like he wouldn't say that if it weren't true.
Is he?
I think he was saying from the bulkhead earlier.
Yeah.
Thinking it was the woman's fault.
Okay, but were the other people in the cafe holding a knife?
One of them had a very meaningful glare on his face.
And a
Bit of
cape.
foreshadowing.
Oh, he has a cape too.
God,
Can't trust him. God, he looks like an evil wizard.
has a Tim Curry effect. It,
Okay, so it's a mind meld.
Yeah.
That's not okay. Big energy of everything I do is the attitude of an award winner, for I have won an award. But there's no crime on this planet. Why does he even have a crime office? It's just a pleasure planet. A camera. What's it? I don't think that's canon. I don't think that's a real
Yeah.
device.
Yeah.
I think they've forgotten all about that one.
We could also beam Spock down. We could have him mind melt.
Yeah. Hey, computer cheese.
Yay. Oh no, he's using the red cheese this time.
Is it what do they call the cheese in the red wrapper?
Blue bell? Hang on, let me Google red cheese.
Well, there's red Leicester, which is a bit orangey though.
Okay, it looks like a lot of different cheeses have red wax coverings. The only spaceport in the quadrant for the only ship in the quadrant. Very convenient.
They must be meaning a much smaller kind of quadrant than like Alpha Quadrant.
It's
Well,
this
yeah,
quadrant of
they
the star
haven't-
system.
They haven't expanded far enough in TOS, quote unquote, in order to tour the
Right.
galaxy by quadrants. They're touring their own territory by quadrants.
No, so the Alpha Quadrant wasn't a thing yet.
Yeah. Certainly in Star Trek itself.
Tracy? I miss Tracy. Okay, I found some actually red cheese. It looks horrible, but long, I'm just going to post a picture. It looks poisonous, or it looks like raw ground
Oh
beef.
wow. The white bits just look bleh.
If you in the
Disease.
YouTube would like to see a picture, you can click on the link below in the description to access the Discord, where you will also find a link to the voice chat.
Cytometry? Is this Tau Testis?
Take a look at this knife. It's a very unusual knife. I've never seen one like it, and neither had the storekeeper who sold it to the boy.
Oh yeah?
Did you stab Tracy? God, Scotty, come on, man.
Twice this episode.
Oh, she's a member of the away team. Yes, number one. Okay, 28. Random belly dancer lady wasn't part of Starfleet. She didn't count. But this lady counts. You didn't even scan it. You did. All right. I don't know, you should bring down another woman to psychoanalyze me. Maybe instead of leaving Scotty alone with people, we just have like a security team there while he's analyzed.
That sounds like a smart idea.
Oh, he totally did it. It was him. No, seriously, just bring down Spock. Is that evil Cape Man?
I think so.
He's very square. Wait, Scotty didn't even have the knife. The wizard's wife had the knife. The man who did it? Okay, yeah, it was totally the wife.
Oh, hence the looking.
So he just didn't like her job, so they... And then he stabbed her, right? Are there
Good luck
fingerprints
being a
on
lawyer
it?
over
Or...
here.
Yes, thank you for the exposition, Mr. Wizard. Yeah, she's super evil. Wow, I didn't even know this society had electricity.
Or dramatic music.
Why is everything lit with fire? Well, no, they have a spaceport.
Yes, that's the whole premise of the episode.
Yeah.
They don't space well. That's why they need to have their own on site.
It's just because I don't see any electric lights everywhere anywhere. Everything has torches. Spock just being down in mind meld. Come on. Unfortunately, the next in line for command if Spock beams down is Scotty. I don't know who's under Scotty. Well, I'm pretty sure who's right under Scotty is Uhura, but she's never going to be given command. Are they doing a seance?
Effectively.
And hate leads to suffering.
So why are you getting emotional about this? Not in the appropriate emotion, though.
Scotty. So I'm starting to suspect it
Why
might
did-
not have been the wife.
Also, why
Whatever
do they
gave
have
that
Scotty
away.
in the? Well, shouldn't they isolate Scotty at this point?
Yeah, but they won't. Security measures in my Star Trek. Yeah, honestly, I'm with him. I'm with Juror number 2. Well, it's actually very common, Mr. Wizard. People stab each other all the time. Yeah, no, that's not the computer doesn't do that anymore. It's just for this episode. That's not canon. It's not a yes. This also reminds me of the machine in Stargate that can somehow determine the truth of what is said regardless of whether the other person believes it.
Yeah, that's a problem.
The all-knowing device.
Exactly.
Oh, we could have just used this machine on Valeris. Could read her mind. Figure out where the peace conference was.
They have used the lie detector in several other episodes of TOS.
Have they?
And they eventually use it in Strange New Worlds as well, I think. No, I'm not sure if it is used as the lie detector in Strange New Worlds.
Are they gonna do that thing they do with real lie detectors where they ask like, what color is the floor, Mr. Scott? What is your name? Also, I feel compelled to point out lie detectors don't work.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's literally no even for one person,
Their
consistent way of
purpose
delivering
is
their
to
line.
intimidate the person into telling the truth.
Yeah.
Scotty. Well, I mean, it's very obvious how that can be. He's just lying. Yeah. God, I really wanted the computer to interject there and just say incorrect.
Hmm.
Whoa. So the solution of the
Is this
episode is
another
a
candle
ghost.
ghost?
Yeah, it's a ghost.
Did someone light a candle?
Oh, God. Scotty was sleeping with ghosts before your great-grandfather was in diapers. Oh, I didn't even zap him or anything? Come on. You didn't say anything. That sounds like a yes to me. So it's not like the Stargate device that's omniscient. This only determines if somebody is knowingly lying.
The device in Stargate is determining brainwashing more than anything. Or, well, actually, there's a couple of devices in Stargate which is just similar.
There was one, the example I remember mostly was what's her face and what's his face? Who are the two big people in Stargate? Colonel and Major. The
Right.
Oh, O'Neill and Carter. That's their names.
Yeah.
There was like some rescue mission going on, and the machine asked them about it. And they told, from what their point of view was, a completely truthful account. And it said, no, there's a lie. Something's wrong here. Something's missing. And it took like half an episode for the determinants, like, oh, it wants us to. It knows there's some deeper feelings that we weren't aware of.
But they would be subconsciously aware of that. That is the point in there. They had an influence
So
on
they
their
knew they were
actions, is the
wrong on
point.
some
But
level, in other words?
they didn't
But
know they were lying.
They consciously didn't know, but they subconsciously have those emotions. It registers emotions, so that's actually a reasonable one, because it is measuring the emotions, and there is emotional difference there.
What's subjective?
I guess whether she
The
loved
murder?
him Which
Did you just steal the cheese? What did he grab? Yeah, it's a ghost. Kirk, we already worked this out. Baratus, I think, is the name of a planet in Star Trek. Baratus 3, I remember for some reason.
Admiral Radis
Baratus
as
3
well.
was an uninhabited third planet in the Baratus system. Something, site of an outpost.
didn't they already know that the Universal Translator didn't?
Could it be? There we
Who
go.
named it-
Scotty's Jack the Ripper. We figured it out.
Who named it Red Jack?
I don't know.
It's
Your
Jack the
country,
Ripper
you
is the
tell me.
common. Jack the Ripper is the common name for him.
But what if he was a spooky ghost? Ancient terror is the operative word. Ancient. Does it? One lady just screamed out Red Jack. That's not... Alright.
Yeah, Red Jack is purely fictional.
Yeah, I just googled it and all I get is Star Trek. Oh, Red Jack.
Yeah.
I feel like there's another monster in Star Trek that does this, but I can't remember what. An anaphasic life form.
Tolerance.
To be honest, I think this is the same species as the Candle Ghost. Because that one also feeds on emotions, just it chooses different emotions to use. Ectoplasm. Mass of energy. A mass of energy.
By equals MC squared is technically colloquially accurate.
Got another cloud. What is that the same cloud as previous episode? I think that's a new cloud they just talked about. Or is that this? Okay, no, this is a
Sounds
new
like a
cloud.
riddle.
Seriously. The yellow cheese makes the computer tell the truth. The red cheese makes it lie. You must determine which color cheese is in the computer. Cloud the issue, you get it?
Yeah.
And what are you supposed to do to get rid of a ghost? You can't phaser the ghost. No, Spock, shut up.
Oh, Christ.
Gene, get out of here. A classic Star Trek trope. They list one or two real examples, then one or two sci-fi
Well,
examples.
74 was the future, though, right?
Yes. Yes, that hadn't happened yet.
I guess I sometimes use the near future for those.
That's no way that's specific enough. And again, it always goes back to Rigel. Everything happens in the Rigel system. Yeah, that's an understatement, juror number 2. A lot of people come from Rigel. A title drop. My dude, you're not even denying it. Come on, look at that face. What if we shoot him? If we shoot him and he turns into a cloud, we know it was him. Rigel 4. Oh, he's one of the hill people. Oh, wait, no, he's a stunt double now. Yeah, he's about to turn into a ghost.
Is he a Pokemon?
Red Jack, use knife. It's super effective. So now the Enterprise is Jack the Ripper. It's just trying to be spooky. Yep, that should do it. Remain calm. That always works. Will they be safer there? I mean, the thing's just planning to blow up the ship, right?
Oh boy, we're gonna go for the paradox again.
Does that work when it's a ghost possessing a computer? Yeah, this definitely counts as an emergency situation. Also, that's clearly not manual. It's still on voice control. But
Yep.
you never take the elevator in an emergency, Captain. Always take the stairs, or in this case, ladder.
In 2S, I don't actually think there is a stair or ladder access to the bridge.
You should just send a message to the crew saying, everyone remain calm, the computer has been infected by a Halloween program.
Yeah.
That way everybody just laughs at it. Is that a car battery? Nice. This is a very edgy ghost.
I think it's still the voice of Jordan number 2. I was gonna say.
So he's a primordial ghost? Is this a Q? What are we looking at here?
No shit.
An astute observation, Mr. Spock. Thank you. Oh, God. I don't think they're capable of being afraid anymore because, you drugged them.
Probably ought to tranquilize Jim too.
$6.27 at local grocer. Okay, but he's not actually the computer, though. He's a ghost. He's just using the computer. I mean, I'm glad at least that the ghost is having a good time. I have to imagine eternity gets really boring.
And you? Okay, thank you.
Oh, is he already possessed by the spooky ghost?
No, apparently not.
No, okay. Fast
Unless he
acting joke,
faked
though.
shoot, giving
Ah,
himself a
the
shot.
wizard is the ghost. Oh, come on, he didn't even kill her. Gotta follow through on your threats, man.
And Jim, get Jim. Oh, okay.
We're gonna beam him into space. Oh, we can just leave him in the buffer. I don't know if that would work on Ghost, but maybe.
Just shove him out the way.
Don't be rude to Mr. Kyle.
At least he's not trying to make a complaint.
But Spock, it travels through space. Or maybe it just possesses people who fly on spaceships.
Yeah, I think that's why what I'm talking about, that it travelled with humanity out
Yeah.
from Earth.
How did it get to Earth? Where did the ghost come from?
Tranquilizers are supposed to knock people out, not make them high.
Well, they're very tranquil now.
Did Jim ever
Gene,
get the
don't
shot?
finish the sentence. Don't do it, Gene. Oh, did they use the same music cue in the TNG episode with the Irish people?
Oh, maybe.
I think they do. Alright, so yeah, it turns out juror number 2 was a spooky ghost the whole time. And that was the solution. Well, he was just a hill person who got possessed by a ghost. What's next? The Trouble with Tribbles.
Yay.
Everybody's favorite episode. One of them, anyway. It's a good episode.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I would want to eat them though. I mean, apparently they taste like scallops, but I don't know. Just something about being completely covered in fur. I mean, I guess most animals are, to be fair. I don't know. Some people do say they won't eat anything with a face. Tribbles don't have faces, so that should be fine. I don't know, they just don't look tasty to me. But press play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. They look chewy. So yes, for this whole episode, you just have to imagine the DS9 crew just lurking in the background.
Yeah, of course.
People throwing Tribbles around. Savage. Jesus fuck. Don't have to destroy the men. Buy Russian, yeah, I get it. No, Iron Burkov. Ivan Burkov. Oh, well, at least they... No, Chekhov. Not everything's about Russia. It's his whole character.
He's just messing with them.
Gold One Disaster Call. It was invented by a little man in Russia. I was a little worried in the last episode when they mentioned sometime in the future and Kiev about which country they were going to say that was in. Fortunately, they said the date like 1972. Because, yeah, that's not part of Russia or the USSR anymore.
Oh yeah, but they said a 74, I think, so they were safe.
When did the USSR dissolve? When did we get rid of it? 1991, okay.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out for the Defiant. It's gotta be around here somewhere. Oh, it's here. Okay. Yeah, that never really happens on Star Trek, where we actually just approach something and it shows up on screen. We always just cut to it.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it's not peaceful on the inside. Maybe there are borders. Maybe there's a cloaked ship. You don't know. So look, it's an emergency to him. His manager committed the worst crime possible. He abused the bureaucracy.
He marked that email as high priority.
So in oh, there's a Klingon. So this episode is all about Quattro Triticale, very important. If you recall Strange New Worlds, those old scientists, the Enterprise is in that episode carrying Tritriticale. So between Strange New Worlds and TOS, they added an extra Triticale. It's a 4-lobed hybrid of wheat and rye. It's a high-yield grain. Ah, yes, a perennial, of course, Mr. Spock, thank you. Is that true? Is triticale a real thing? Triticale is a real thing. Wow. A hybrid of wheat and rye. First bred in laboratories during 19th century. Oh, in Scotland and Germany, not Canada. Oh, of course, because Shatner is Canadian. Therefore, he's like Chekhov. Everything is Canadian. Oh, poor old dude's just trying to do his job. I mean, who are they even protecting it against? Nobody else is here. I guess just because it... Well, I mean, allegedly it's a space station that a bunch of people pass through, but why? Why do they pass through this deep space station? Isn't it on the border with the Klingon Empire? Where are they going?
Hmm.
Oh, and that lady who just walked off on the left with the dress. She gives Odo his not Klingon coffee. His tea of some sort.
Oh God. Women be shopping.
Here we have him.
Where was it invented? Chekhov. Of course it is. Is that the same stone that Quark tries to pawn off on Harry Kim? Glow water? It's, well, it doesn't look alive. Oh, you fool! What have you done? Oh, it's actually moving. Oh, wow. I thought it was just like a ball of cotton, but no, there's something inside it. Look, 10 credits, you can get an infinite number of tribbles. It's a bargain. It's literally infinite value.
Yes, yeah.
It
It's
won't
really
bite. It
positive or
doesn't.
negative.
How do they even feed this thing? It doesn't have a mouth or a face or anything. It's just a ball of fur. So they do have money, though. But then it's hard to tell if these are actually humans or just aliens that look exactly like humans. Like, are they part of the Federation? Who are these people? $10 credits? 6 plus 10%. Yeah, that rounds up to 10. I can't believe they're just leaving that Quadrotriticale spread out on the table. Like, even if Tribbles weren't here, that's Quadrotriticale, man. It's the most valuable, powerful grain in the quadrant. Yeah, I just need to put the Defiant in right there. Put a little cloaking warble on it. Oh, that's very convenient. Yeah, because it's a tri-screen thing. Every
No.
camera view can
Right.
see it. Dude, it's just wheat.
Not a wheat.
But is it a perennial?
Mm.
So Kirk does get in trouble at the end of this, right? Because he loses to the grain. Oh, that line from Uhura, that was one of those lines they repurposed for Prodigy with the holodeck episode. I'm still not used to the crossfades in this show. Because, yeah, every other show, they do hard cuts. The show, crossfade. Because they value our Quadrotriticale. Oh, hey, it's the Enterprise. Who's the cameraman in his office? Why are they so dramatic? So that's Kang, right? Maybe? I can never keep track. They all look the same. It's either Kang, Koloth, or Kor. Oh, it's Koloth? Alright. Literally cannot tell them apart. Also known as Trelane. Klingons? Earthers? What are you talking about, man? No, Gene. This does seem like a terrible place to take shore leave, though. There's nothing on this station except wheat
Yeah.
and a bar. What do they want to do here? I mean, I know they're here under false pretenses, but come on. This place sucks.
Yeah, they should have come up with better false pretenses.
Man, those are Klingons?
Okay. Yeah, discuss it with outsiders.
That also reminds me of Lower Decks Green Lady. What's her name?
Tendi?
The comment about no declaration of war reminds me of when Tendi said, like, oh, many Orions haven't been pirates for several years. There has been no declaration of war with the Klingons for
Yeah,
several
right.
years. Come on. Ooh, they come in different color variations. So they come in sort of a lightish green. There's a blue silvery color. Most of them are brown. Oh, we could have used this last episode. If we had any spooky ghosts, we could keep everyone calm.
Of course. You're entirely immune to the effect. We all believe
Entirely immune to the tranquil.
you.
It's all head, Doctor. What do you mean? You think they're all... What does that mean? They're like 12 minutes old. Oh, yes. Behind the camera, Dax and Cisco are there, and Dax is commenting on how attractive Spock is.
Yep.
As everybody does when they travel back in time to this era. Savage. I wonder if the Enterprise is there in the background in the original cut, or if this is a remaster thing. You will take it under advisement? Same thing. A headache? What's a headache? I thought they cured those. What's that skull, by the way? It's a big skull. Just behind Bones? So, what percentage of your guys' metabolism is geared for reproduction? You hitting that 50% mark?
No.
Probably not. At least I hope not. It would have gone to waste so far.
No, Kirk, remember the last time he went on shore leave? He stabbed people. Well, maybe. He may or may not have been possessed at the time. So yeah, the juror number 2, I don't remember his name in Star Trek. Juror number 2, he was like the main host, but the fact that Scotty blacked out, he was temporarily possessed by the ghost, right?
Yeah.
So Scotty did actually stab those people?
Possibly.
What's Captain Kirk doing at that table with Scotty? Stab it. TikTok? Stab it. Come on. Oh, I just noticed waitress lady. She's got little wings on her back. Wait, I have a question. In Discovery, Lorca had a Tribble. Was it a live Tribble? Or was it just dead for study? Because I'm pretty sure Klingon man Ash Tyler walked into Lorca's office. So surely if it was alive, it would have reacted to him, right?
Oh yeah.
Shouldn't it have been freaking out?
Yeah, they established that the surgical alterations make no difference in this episode.
What makes no difference?
The surgical alterations.
Yeah. Vodka. Come on, Klingon, you've got your knife right. Just start stabbing him. Hey man, Regulan bloodworms are great. They cleanse your lymphatic system. Everybody loves Regulan bloodworms. I think the Klingons, I mean, they're being really mean, but they actually like Kirk, right? Because he's big on like punching people, and they're into that. I don't even think they're talking about Captain Kirk. I just think they're talking about Bill Shatner. Delusions of godhood. Okay, I found a picture of a Danubian slime devil. There's a painting in McCoy's office of such. It's like a green jack-o'-lantern. There's a picture of it in the general chat.
I had a friend in middle school in French class. He, well,
He
not
looked like
French
that?
class, but he had a Klingon English dictionary and figured out how to translate my hovercraft is full of eels. If he approximated it as my shuttlecraft is full of Danubian slime devils.
Hey,
We might have watched a little bit too much Monty Python.
Danubian slime devils aren't even eels. How dare he? Yeah, no, I take it back. This is 100% actual shore leave for the Klingons. They're having a great time.
Yeah.
Klingons just love to fight.
They've been flying through space, nobody to kill for months now. Gotta get it out of their system. Come on, Chekhov, I expect better from a Russian. What was that? All these Starfleet officers are only hitting the Klingons with one fist at a time. Of course it's not going to work.
I just would have said I was just doing that.
I'm assuming nobody here brought a phaser.
True.
I do like the very obviously fake punching sound effects, though.
Yeah. Who's having a lot of that stuff?
You gonna lose it at the last second? Yep. Yes, you are.
Yep.
He had already had 3, so.
It's fine, he brought more. It was just a decoy theft.
Yeah, it's just a random trader.
Oh, yes.
Where even is Chief O'Brien? He just wanted to. So O'Brien replaced Freeman. I don't remember where Bashir is in the lineup. Scotty, you could have at least brought a knife. They cut out some of this conversation, I think, for the DS9 episode.
Yeah.
Mm.
There's nothing to do with the Deep Space Nine episode, that's why.
With Delusions of Godhood. Yep. Yeah, Kirk, they're bigger than that. Don't worry about it. Are they playing Scottish music in the background?
Yeah, it's the sort of it's one of the whimsical ones.
Well, Scotty's having a good time. He regrets nothing. I mean, the fact that Kirk is upset that Scotty didn't hit him to defend his honor really brings out the delusions of godhood thing some more.
It does. Mm.
Just stop feeding the Tribbles. You're holding them in a plate of chips. What are you doing, man?
Mm.
You only said he was disquieted. That's not a feeling. How do Tribbles live on their homeworld? What do they do? Do they just, like, absorb sunlight and grow?
Basically, they have predators in their homeworld, though.
Sassy Spock is the
Excuse
best
me,
Spock.
sir. He's been very respectful there, or rather, respectful to be disrespectful because Spot outranks him.
Everybody in the show is very professional in their insults. Oh, Dax is over at the computer console.
They literally just put them in places with just off camera, so it's plausible that they're in the original episode, apart from the one time where they're front and center. And if I remember rightly, they used the original film for lots of it to put them back on top.
Don't be mean, Kirk. He's enjoying it. Oh my god, they can move. I didn't know they had locomotion. What are these, though? What did they put in these things to make them move?
I was wondering the same thing, yeah. I feel like wind up toy or something.
Yeah, it's the wiggle that's getting me, because, like, if they just moved in a straight line, that'd be fine, but... Just stop feeding them, it's not that hard. That's not really what bisexual means, McCoy.
Yeah.
It's not...
There's another word for that. I've forgotten the name for it. It's
They seem to reproduce asexually.
yes.
Why do you have a Tribble in your shirt, Uhura? What are you doing? Just start beaming them into space.
Sono Jones.
Beam them into space. Phaser them, do something, you fool.
They do
Use
something
gun on
with it
Tribble.
later on.
Natural multiplicative proclivities. It's a difficult sentence to say. Infinite value, Spock. You're not appreciating the economics, Spock. Think of how much profit he can make. Oh, reveal. There's Mr. Bears. There's a Klingon. There's a Tribble. God, I need to use that line with someone. The guy standing right behind me, he literally pointed at the man. Well, you see, he deals in furballs, a typical Klingon trait. Klingon sabotage. This might work as a Romulan plot. I can't see the Klingons doing it, but the Romulans would. Asteroid locator and prospector. Where did he get the tribbles? What is the purpose of the Klingon agent here, though? He's trying to sabotage the grain himself, right?
Yep.
Because, I mean, he does seem upset about the Tribble situation. Because I guess the Tribbles, they're ruining his plans to sabotage the grain. It is dishonorable. Why do they adhere to the walls? What are these Tribbles? How do they work? Kirk, do you want to do literally anything to prevent the spread of Tribbles? There's a distinct lack of effort in containing the situation.
The crew just like them too much. You can't take them from the crew.
It's the tranquilizing effects. God, that could have gone so much worse. If you put two creatures in the same matter stream, oh, you can get terrible results. Kirk could have come out all furry. Kirk, put down the Tribble. Oh, no, not that one. There's a bomb in there. You fool. Now, again, you have to mentally picture Dax and Cisco, except,
Of course.
they're up
So
there.
that's
Yes?
There's a canonical reason why they're still coming out.
Yeah, they're just throwing them down on Kirk. They're just screwing with him. So about that Quadro Triticale. I really ought to check his math on this. I'm just sort of assuming it's correct. I mean, so about being able to phaser Tribbles, they do attempt it in that short trek. It doesn't really work. I mean, you kill the Tribble, but you really need like a wide beam setting.
Hmm.
Phasering one Tribble at a time is not going to cut it. Wait, McCoy, you've been feeding them? What? God.
The drain was already poisoned. They was wanting to kill the people on the planet. I remember now.
Poisoned his grain? It was poison. We just established this. And look, whether or not the project was already ruined, Kirk clearly did a terrible job of maintaining the situation.
Yeah.
The fact that it was ruined in two different ways is not really relevant. I still cannot believe that McCoy's actually been actively feeding these things. No, there's no such thing as Klingon High Command. That doesn't exist. Also, stop saying Klingon. It's the Klingon High Council, Koloth. Oh, Klingon Trebble's gonna freak out? No, but they're so soft and nice and furry. Come on. They didn't even freak out when they went by Koloth.
True.
Oh, there's the Enterprise again.
Yep. I haven't actually noticed that.
Don't actually know why it's circling. It's not orbiting, it's just sort of hanging out. Are they scared of Tribbles?
Hey guys.
Oh.
I can get why the Klingons don't like the Tribbles, but why are they scared of them?
I wonder if they have some sort of venom. It's
Horrifying.
Klingons are
Because
sensitive
they
to.
produce so very rapidly, I think.
No, they
They're
have
an
fangs.
ecological menace. A plague to be wiped out.
Yeah, in Star Trek Picard they have fangs. So is this the last episode?
No.
No, it's second lost.
Thanks.
No, we're only on season 2. There's a whole nother season. A Klingon? A Klingon, you mean?
So this episode is interesting because the space station is private, and that's why the Klingons are allowed to dock here. You know, the whole thing about Star Trek not having a private sector. doesn't exist yet.
They said it was some sort of
By
treaty.
treaty. Yeah, it was by
Yeah.
treaty. Yeah, but it's not a Federation starbase. It's a Organian or whatever starbase. Organian. Orthogonian.
Well, it's definitely Federation. It has Federation technology all throughout. It's just the Organian Treaty means the Klingons have to be allowed shore leave here.
Like, it's not
Are
a
you scared of
Starfleet-
Tribbles? They don't do anything.
It's not a Starfleet base.
But it is a Federation base.
Okay.
In the same way that Walmart isn't a US government facility, but it is a US business.
So, I think my favorite part of this episode, though, since I've watched it a couple of times since we started TOS, is when Scotty's explaining why they started the fight. It's like, well, he insulted me then. It's like, no, Captain. We didn't start the fight because he insulted you. We started the fight because he insulted the Enterprise. I didn't say
Do you have a license for that, Tribble?
the Enterprise should be a garbage scow. I meant to say the Enterprise should be hauled away as garbage.
So, Cyrano Jones, he was keeping the initial Tribble in like his interior coat pockets, so that
Mhm.
was a concealed carry Tribble.
Mhm.
He needs a license.
By the way, it was so much fun to watch this episode with you guys on the DS9 watch along, because you see exactly how they fit it in, and I guess that's when I really started watching this episode again, just to see how they cut it. They cut it so brilliantly. It's a masterpiece of editing. I don't think anybody else does as good of a job retro acting an episode as DS9 did. Like, there's a few Tribbles that keep falling on Kirk when he opens up the hatch,
Yes.
and like Kirk is the one throwing those out.
Yep.
Because they keep falling, right? Like, you gotta wonder, like, who's throwing them.
Oh, wait, there's a Tribble on the right that's like breathing.
Mhm.
I think they put fur on a balloon and put a pump on it.
Mhm.
Yeah, nice.
The ones, but that doesn't really explain it, because the ones with Uhura on the table, they were also breathing.
But they weren't breathing that much. That thing's
Yeah.
expanding to like double size.
Yeah, that thing's like a puffer fish.
You know, like Dr. Phlox. Quadro Triskelion. I bet it's a Russian freighter. Oh no, I think that we're about to get a sitcom ending.
That's what this show was, really.
He did a big crime, Kirk, is what he did. Well, it was actually Mr. Chekhov who invented the transporter in Moscow.
When I first saw this episode, I think he was gonna say he transported them to space.
You
'Cause,
should have.
yeah, that's the only solution, unfortunately. Oh, okay. That's why, because they actually had that line.
Yeah, that feels like a big crime.
That's genocide.
Scotty, you can't.
No Tribble at all.
It's very sick. Are we gonna do a freeze frame on everyone throwing their heads up? No. Okay. At least we avoided that.
And But the Deep Space Nine episode was titled very well too, Trials and Tribulations.
Speaking of titles, the title for the next episode is The Gamesters of Triskelion.
Unfortunately, I've got to run off, guys. But
Have a good
that
one.
was great.
Yeah.
See you
Yeah.
guys next week.
Nice seeing you.
Yes. So, The Gamesters of Triskelion is about gladiatorial combat between
Slavery.
Kirk with his suspenders with no shirt and a woman in a bra that's like made of tinfoil. And it's
Yeah.
and
It's
there's
a lot.
a bald wizard man,
Yeah.
and there's some glowing rocks in a display case
Yeah.
that talk.
Great episode.
It's
Not
very
really, though.
TOS.
Yeah. It is.
It's very of its era. It's a strange episode, though.
I mean, I
I
feel
don't
like
really remember. Something about Uhura. She has a moment. I don't remember what she does, but she has a moment in there.
she's
somewhat.
told to whip a black man and she doesn't do it.
All right, press play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
Like, and James Kirk says, no, we all refuse to do it. But like, there's a legacy of whipping black slaves in the United States that's like a little bit too obvious as a parallel.
That was a really well rendered planet.
We got to see the original. That's true,
Oh,
though.
did
It is
they
like,
trim down Chekhov's mop?
oh wow.
Oh, it looks way smaller in this episode.
Maybe they put more mousse on it though, because it looks flatter. That's about it. So they're stolen off the transporter pad and teleported like millions of miles away. And
I mean, it's a
Kirk's
good transporter. That's a really good transporter.
it's like a
Way
hell-
faster than Federation.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely a malfunction. That's definitely how it works.
It's true. They were like dropped 3 feet from the air though. Three-star system.
So that's how the transporter works, Scotty. Could you be more specific?
There's a go spot.
Well, you do have a history of memory loss, Mr. Scott. It's Gamma 3. I'm pretty sure this planet is just outside of Kiev.
So this episode's kind of like the cage, where you have this like, superior species that looks at us as, well, breeding stock,
Oh, there's the
And-
main lady with the tinfoil bra.
aka breeding stock. Because they pair each of them up with a mate, and you're not allowed to refuse selection. Like, I think Uhura is almost raped in a jail cell.
Chekhov
fa-
there, just doing nothing in the background.
Yeah, he's trying.
Although the bad guys here are just
think-
3 brains. By the
I
way.
liked that the phasers, the tip of the phaser, had a little light in it.
They're
So
3
it's working a little bit.
The bad guys, the gamesters here, they're just 3 multicolored brains, much like the people in the menagerie cage.
Yeah, they're just rocks in a display case.
No, they're brains actually, like organic brains.
Well, they might be supposed to be brains, but they're definitely just rocks.
And but like too much mental. And then what they love to do is they love betting. So apparently, when you become a superior mental facility, you don't lose the fun from wagering. Gambling's an addiction like any other. So they have a gambling addiction. These demigods.
They also have an addiction to pole arms, but none of them just have a basic spear. They all have these weird like curved halberd things. One of them had like a grappling hook at the end of a rod. These people really just need to have a good old spear. All you need is a long stick with a pointy end and you're good.
Yeah, it's more of a
You've
ceremonial
solved
weapon.
warfare for like 3,000 years.
It's more of a ceremonial weapon than an actual weapon.
Just get a real weapon. Just stab people. Just get a spear.
It's like pointing a cement poured rifle at someone.
People love swords. You don't want a sword. You want a spear.
Oh, read my
If
Margaret
they can't
Army.
get close enough to stab you with a sword, you're good.
So the slaves here are called
I was gonna say,
thrall. Oh
what
yeah,
is-
that's
it's not even
Chekhov's-
pointy. What is that? You just
That's-
bludgeon someone with it.
That's Chekhov's selected mate, the purple lady, the blue lady, the yellow lady.
She's a bullion.
And obviously the hot one is for Kirk.
You mean the dude with the tusks? Yeah, he's pretty good.
Did they have to bimbo her out so much though? See, when you look at 7 of 9, you really shouldn't be shocked.
I feel like I need to say before we get further into the episode, don't make it weird.
Sorry. No, but what I'm saying is though, we were looking at how uncomfortable 7 of 9 was made. They're just showing her off here.
Is this
Okay.
guy in other episodes? He seems familiar. I know I say this about every character in every episode, but Galt really seems familiar.
We get Trelane again. I don't know if it's this episode.
No, he
We
was
get-
in the first. He was in last episode. He was Koloth.
okay. Thank you. Oh, okay. Thanks.
So this guy, okay, he plays. You remember Grilka from DS9, the lady who hangs out with Quark,
Yeah,
the Klingon who hangs out with Quark?
they marry,
He
right?
is like the old butler man
Okay.
for her house.
Oh, okay.
He is also Odo's Cardassian informant. He
Oh,
is a random unnamed Sona from Star Trek Insurrection.
Oh, wow.
He is the old Vulcan teacher man who emotionally abuses Tuvok into getting rid of his emotions in some flashbacks.
He has
And
decades
he is
of
a
experience.
Suliban in Enterprise. He shows up a lot more than I thought. I think I recognize his voice, though, as the Cardassian from DS9.
I think I recognized him as the Grilka's butler. But something you can tell, this show is like from the very early 60s. Like their prop is just like 3 colored pentagons. It looks like a kid's toy today, like blue, yellow, green. Like, but it was pretty futuristic, I guess, back then.
Yeah, poor Galt's got his... Oh, wow, that's a really tiny planet, too. That's a Voyager-sized planet. Yeah, Galt really does need to moisturize. He's got a severe skin condition. What is that?
Yeah.
Eczema? Eczema? How
Yeah.
do you pronounce that word? I've only seen it written down.
Both is
It's
okay.
to me anyway.
Mhm. So Spock here, he traces where the captain is because there was like this ultraviolet flash of light the same instant that they disappeared off the transporter platform. And this went across like dozens of light years. So it's funny because like that's the only way the audience would have understood. Like, yeah, there was UV light. That
The Federation never develops this level of transporter technology.
Mm-mm.
In the Kelvinverse, the Klingons develop it.
Mm.
In DS9, the founders develop this level of technology. The Federation never gets there.
In Discovery, don't they automatically beam to the homeworld or something? Yes.
In Discovery, I don't remember like the range of the transporter.
Mm.
I know they all have personal transporters
Oh, Don't
with them.
I think the Dominion definitely has it in Deep Space Nine because they're able to like
Yeah, the
transport.
Dominion transports from Terok Nor to Empok Nor.
Yeah.
Well, the Dominion doesn't do it, but they're Dominion transporter tech.
Mm-mm-mm. Oh, look here.
That's very convincing effect.
Look,
Thank you,
look,
gods.
look. Okay, out of everybody though, only Shatner does it convincingly.
No, he doesn't.
Everyone else is just trying, but Shatner is the one who really like.
No, Shatner is not convincing here.
No, Shatner is the one who elevates the art form. He really gets into it, but
Scholars of obedience.
I reminded of The Shining.
Now you will put on this dress and ride a unicycle.
You saw The Shining, Ryan, or both of you?
No.
Okay, it's with Jack Nicholson. I think who directs it? Kubrick, right? So the thing is though,
Why don't they
like,
just stab Galt?
he goes crazy. Like he's in a hotel during the winter alone with his wife and kid. So the writer goes crazy and homicidal, but also because of all the ghosts in the hotel. And the director says, I don't want you to act in a realistic way. I want you to act in an interesting way. So Jack Nicholson does go crazy, but the interesting acting is what makes the role so iconic.
So what you're saying is the fact that Shatner is a bad actor makes TOS a better show.
A little bit. A little bit.
$400 something or just 400? Because 401's not bad.
He interrupted him.
Where are you gonna go, Bones? There's a whole galaxy here. Could be on the other side of the galaxy. You could be in a different galaxy.
The jail cells are pink. I guess it's just to make it look exotic. But I like this because Starfleet officers, they don't do well in captivity. They're always gonna break out.
This is a very garishly colored jail
content.
cell.
Well, it's dark because something dark's about to happen in there.
What? No, it's not.
It's like dark
It's
red.
too brightly colored.
Yeah, it's a dark tinge though. In the background.
So Gene Roddenberry's about to make things real weird.
There's a content.
Don't worry about that. Just assume that Uhura has a knife and murders this guy off screen. Anyway, how about that weather?
Kirk's like, Lieutenant, are you all right? But
Gene, what are you doing? Gene, this is a family show. It airs at 6 p.m. on Fridays. What are you doing?
It's off screen, so it's fine.
No, it's not,
shadows.
Gene.
It's just shadows. All right, so he didn't actually. He's giving up. He didn't do anything, right? Right?
Why does she have oven mitts? Why are her oven mitts made of foil?
Okay,
That's going to be so unhelpful.
So is this line good or is this line bad? She asked him later, "What is beautiful?" And Kirk just lifts up the polished metal as a mirror. He goes, "That's beautiful."
I am beautiful.
So I think Kirk's
that would be very in character.
Kirk's quite a charmer.
It's fine. We don't need him. It's your ship now, Spock. Just leave.
By the way, even ultraviolet light wouldn't be able to kidnap someone all those galaxies away. So, but anyway, it was the 60s. We didn't even have dark matter really in the vocabulary. So, but it's a really funny property of our universe that light has a speed.
There's some sort of anomaly in a cloud of hydrogen. Physically impossible energy in a cloud. Well, Bones, what else do you want him to do? They have exactly one lead. What do you want?
Wild goose chase.
Yes.
They could be pursuing an untamed ornithoid without cause.
Don't look a gift equine in the mouth.
Oh, Gene, don't play the romantic music. This is a jail cell.
Okay, wait. There's also a transphobic moment here because the joke is that Chekhov doesn't know if this is a guy or a girl.
Hmm.
So, I mean,
She looks like a Bolian, but Bolians don't generally have these echoey voices.
yeah, they deepened her voice to give her more of a masculine, like unattractive.
It's not
thing.
just deeper, it has that like godlike entity, non-corporeal echo to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he doesn't know if it's a woman, so that's why he says Miss question mark. I mean, I'd hit that if I was in a cage though.
Don't make it weird.
Sorry. Let me mute myself and warm up a bagel or something.
I mean, Gene's really trying his hardest to make it weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my defense, it's a weird scene. I'm just
Oh,
trying to break
they
a theme.
they gave Kirk a bowl full of Skittles to eat. No, it's a punishment collar. We already said Galt already told you that. Or an obedience collar.
By the color of the light, these that aren't lit up is actually just painted.
See, he even remembers the name for it. Why did he ask her? Is Galt vulnerable to stab wounds? Jane.
Oh, come on.
Jane, this isn't how slavery works. I guess how it works for Kirk. This is why Captain Kirk has a reputation. Is that even reflective? Oh wow, it is. I'm trying to see if I can see the camera in that middle reflection. No. No, they hid the camera. Oh yes, Galt is susceptible to the Colt 45. Yes. I mean, the phasers, they stopped working from transport. I bet the Colt 45 would have still worked. Training harness. Sure. Yeah, why not? In the Kelvinverse, they figured out how to transport between star systems. Why not here? Come on. Even Scotty figured it out. Only after he murdered Porthos, though. Look, Galt's right there. You've got a pointy stick. Stab him. Just kill Galt. Oh, that's why I remember her line here, because her "I won't do it" line is used in the Prodigy episode. That line. Yeah, still not convinced. I mean, even Galt is a slave here. He's got the collar. But still, stab him. Galt, you're not very good at maintaining discipline here. Nobody seems to really care about your instructions. Is this where they tear off his shirt? Because I remember Captain Kirk without his shirt but with a harness. Is he gonna tackle people? What's gonna happen here? Are they gonna pull away at the last second? Are they just trying to scare him? Are they not gonna be able to kill him because he has plot armor? Okay, so it's not looking great for him. They did rip his shirt. So it
Yep.
looks like this is the scene where that's going to happen. Also, Kevin, this really is not the time for a log. I feel like you've got other things to worry about.
Playing the battle music, there's not much of a battle happening. He's just being whipped.
Yeah. So with the logs, my assumption is that these are all supposed to be recorded like after the fact, after the mission, and he just uses, he just uses present tense, like as a consistent style.
Yeah.
15 trisecs. So does that mean 15 times 3 seconds? Well, it was 2150 about when they started that, so we'll see if that works. Is that...
That was a sip. That was literally a sip.
Oh, Kluk looks so tired. So that was 25 to 30 seconds. So that means a trisec is about 2 seconds. Do they have a second battle song? I don't think they do.
I'm not sure.
It's always this one. Oh, we're going to do the Princess Bride thing where you just get on his back and choke him? Yes, yes you are. Poor Fezzik. He didn't deserve it.
It's clearly nowhere near his neck in the slightest.
The glowing rocks speak. Quatloos. You can't bet on someone when the fight's just about to end. What's the point of that?
I think they're purchasing him.
Oh, okay. That'd make more sense. No, you're not. You just got bought for 2,000 quatlus.
Quatlus is such a ridiculous currency, but I'm I remember in my childhood we talked about doubloons on a pirate ship.
I mean, doubloons are a real thing, though.
Yes, they are. They are. Or they were, right? We haven't used them for a couple of 100 years. This is the Landrew voice also.
I bet 3,000 Qualdorfs that Captain Kirk's going to figure a way out of this.
Yeah.
Oh, savage, Mr. Spock. How long have I been unblurred? Oh, well.
Uh-oh.
That's fine. What are they going to do? Demonetize me?
Doubloons.
Screw them. Looks like the audio settings are still set up right. That's fine. Oh, 2 miles?
Okay.
Come on, Kirk.
This is the part where Kirk teaches her what love is.
Yeah, you can tell because he took his shirt off.
You never run without a shirt.
God, that's a big wig.
By the way, even more ridiculous than her outfit is her green hair. So, the whole Deanna, like 7 of 9 and Deanna Troy's abuse, it goes back to like this also, where this is the role you have to play. I mean, this even predates
So-
Princess Leia's outfit, by the way.
Speaking of predating, though, I assume what's happening here is this. Well, what Captain Kirk is saying. He beat me to it. That this was just a normal planet, a normal society of actual people,
Mhm.
and then they evolved to a rock in a display case set.
Yeah, like the Talosians.
So everything else just fell to ruins because who needs cities? Doesn't look anything like Earth.
Funny enough, I think Wally did it more accurately. A society will just get bloated and fat drinking the 7-Eleven big gulps gallon of soda out of their armchairs, floating armchairs, and watching TV all day. Evolution will make us fat before our brains turn into entities.
So Kirk's just grabbing her knife, right? The knife that was on her hip?
His hands are on her shoulders at the moment.
Kirk, why are you trying to
We got-
seduce the slave driver?
We have
Grab
the
the knife.
flower. We have the soft, flowery music going. But he's just seducing her.
Metaphorically dark, Shauna. God, don't they teach you metaphor in the gladiatorial arenas?
So they're watching all the time. We can tell here because she gets electroshocked for telling him too much.
Don't hurt me. Don't hurt
But-
me. No more.
But later they're not listening all the time. Not with those baby blue eyes.
Well, some people select their own mate. There's still some arranged marriage going on, Kirk.
Not in the 23rd century. But fun fact, it's actually a really strange idea to marry for love. Most of the time, people did marry for family relationships.
Johnny, you got a knife. Kill him. Come on. Is she going to use that knife on anyone, or is that just a prop knife?
And in the most of Christian history under the Catholic Church, your firstborn son probably became a priest or a bishop, depending on how wealthy you were.
Shauna, you do not discuss the providers.
Wait,
Yes, kill her. Do it.
and why does she get shocked and not both of them?
Because it's to punish him in a different way.
And then we wouldn't get to see Shatner act. He's a great actor. I appreciate him so much.
In your opinion.
I appreciate him so much. Look, like if he didn't carry this show, we would have never gotten to TNG.
I'm sorry. Leonard Nimoy and
DeForest Kelly.
yeah, DeForest Kelly carried the show.
Leonard Nimoy and Leonard McCoy.
Like, look, he's independent. Look, the whole point is though, like Picard shows us later too. It's in that same Allegiance episode when the aliens transport him.
Yeah, all the
new
captains
Vulcan-
have an episode
Yeah,
where they have
they're
to
in
be
captivity.
resilient in the face of someone trying to control them.
Yeah, but you have to have that indomitable spirit. Like, it doesn't matter how bad the odds are. And Janeway does it too, by the way. She's not any less. Even when all the odds are against you. That's
No,
who you
Kirk,
want to
stop
be.
seducing the slave
captain.
people.
You can't break them.
Maybe he thinks she's going to be helpful
Well-
in the escape.
Yeah.
She does have a knife.
Well, you can break Kirk if you're just sexy enough. But other than that, you can't break Kirk. but
You can
aw.
break Kirk. Kirk got broken by an old man with a bridge.
Although we still have his body on ice at the Daystrom Institute.
Kirk,
It's
stop
weird.
seducing people.
This show won't let Kirk
You're in
die.
a serious life or death situation. Come on.
That's what I'm saying. Bill Shatner carried this show. We still have Kirk's body at Daystrom Institute for unknown adventures. We could hire William Shatner any moment and bring back Captain Kirk.
I don't know if you want to do that. Bill Shatner's like 92 years old.
I know, but he's at the Daystrom Institute. You could totally bring him back.
We shouldn't bring Bill Shatner back in the same way we probably shouldn't bring Patrick Stewart back, because they're
Right.
both likely to just keel over and die any minute.
But in X-Men, what is it, Days of Future Past? They de-age them, both Magneto and Patrick Stewart.
Okay,
Ian
but that's
McKellen.
not really going to help if they keel over and die, because they're both super old.
We should just have them reenact the scene from Star Trek Generations.
I'll have you know, this is a domesticated
not a hunch.
ornithoid, Leonard.
Vulcans don't do hunches. Like, I love the scene in Strange New Worlds when Captain Pike is like, take a guess, which asteroid is it to destroy? It's like, I can't guess.
It wasn't. Yeah.
I can't take
I
a
guess, and
hunch.
then she says, "Go with your human side," sort of thing.
Yeah. I just saw in one episode.
What if
Yeah.
we called another ship to go and look at Gamma 2?
Yeah. There's not
That's closer.
many ships in Starfleet and TOS. Any of the TOS stuff.
And we've already lost a couple of them.
Plus, we had the Klingon War relatively recently, so we've lost many.
What is this zoom in?
I think.
The
I
camera
really,
work
what I
in
would
TOS
actually
is so
really
weird
love
compared to the new.
Sorry,
is for Strange New Worlds to get to
the Klingon War.
TOS era
Mhm.
and just remake the episodes in the modern era with more ships and all of this stuff.
Then all of this, yeah, true. But if you remember, Enterprise established that we didn't even have the subspace communication beacons. That's what Enterprise is doing,
That
dropping
was
off the buoys.
150 years ago.
Yeah.
The subtitles keep
Well,
throwing me off because the subtitle says like warp 77. It's like, what is happening?
Yeah, there's certainly some interesting subtitles on this version.
I'm continually feeling like she's not going to end up using the knife in this episode.
Yep. And that's an interesting whip mark, whoever did that. That's one continuous line down his shoulder, down his back.
Mhm.
That's probably how whips work.
Sure.
It's a future space whip. Of course, the real future space whips are the Ferengi whips, which are interesting, for sure.
Yeah, unfortunately, they fell into disuse though, because the audience
Because they look stupid.
has some expectations.
How did that even work? You hit it? You didn't? Okay. No, you're not, Kirk. You're not sorry at all. I don't believe you. Yeah, you hit her in the jaw. That somehow knocked her out. No, you did. Oh. I thought he was going to threaten to shoot someone with it, but no. Okay. Yeah, Kirk, we already know they can see you wherever you are. We established this. I
See,
appreciate, though, that when they're doing the special effect with his eyes, they don't just use a still image. They actually continue to film
Mhm.
the dude
Mhm.
standing there.
We've gotten better in the second season. Again, Shatner was the only one who did a convincing choke.
No, he didn't.
He's more animated though. You see what I'm saying? He's way more into the. He gave himself so much to this.
Man, they get an extra 437 more gladiators for their arena.
Did you have a microscope as a kid, Ryan?
No.
I remember in science class we got to use them in 7th grade. It was really amazing. Did you use a microscope in class?
Yes, everybody has used a microscope.
Okay. No, and then I think even at the toy store there was one for like $30 or something, but that was a real plastic POS.
Daniel, as I recall, has only his faith. I have a gun. Yes. Spock, do it. Oh. Oh, you lost power. Oh, come on.
Do you have a microscope right now, Soma?
Sorry?
Do you have a microscope, like a real one, that you could look
Yeah, I
into?
have a microscope at home.
Oh wow, cool.
I thought, well, it's part of a microscope and telescope kit, so.
Because Soma is a teacher, so he uses the microscope to observe physics. He uses it to look at the atoms to see what they do.
Oh, you have an electron.
I don't have an electron microscope.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, light doesn't bend that much. You can get 100x, you can get 1,000, maybe 200x. You don't get nano x. But even 3
Soma,
times
do you
x.
use any particle colliders? Like large collections of particles that you collide with your students?
LHCs. Here's the funny part. Why are they facilitating a three-way communication between the ship, the creators, and our heroes?
See, they're just rocks.
No, look, they have wrinkles. They're brains.
Oh, that shot in the background, that's the
Yeah,
the mine
Horta.
from the Horta episode. Yeah.
Yeah, the Devil in the Dark.
Pergium mine, was it?
Devil in the Dark. See, look, they're throbbing like brains. Ew. Utterly useless. The thing, you still need stuff to work, you know? You got to maintain your equipment. I mean, I
Well,
guess.
they have robots and slaves.
Okay. And shock collars. I don't think today we'd go with like brains in a vat, though.
God, they should just put themselves into a StarCraft simulation or something. Come on.
Yeah, they really should.
Play Stellaris.
I mean, you know, we bet on horses, so it's not any different. Also, these guys are dumb because
Yeah, well, we don't give the horses like big spikes on their legs and have them fight.
we do that to chickens and cockfighting.
You're not supposed to.
You're not supposed to. But what I'm saying is, though, if you can trap a lower life form and then bet on the results, you wind up doing it. I don't know if you remember, but there was a football player,
Kirk, there's a big rock. Smash the cage.
Michael Vick, who was arrested, who was found guilty of running a dog fighting ring. So we get our jollies off on some pretty messed up things.
Games? Gambling? Oh, is this like a highly evolved form of the Wadi?
What's the Wadi?
They're the people from DS9 who like games.
Right.
They play shoots and ladders.
But I was talking to my cousin how boxing's kind of a messed up sport because it is like putting two people in a ring like a cockfight. And but obviously a human being has more intelligence and stamina, and your job is just to punch him in the head as many times as you can. It's kind of a messed up sport. The only thing is though it's rigged now. Like
So because they're brains, their financial system is entirely arbitrary.
Yeah, what are they spending this on?
Yes. What's the
They're basically betting Reddit karma.
Yeah, basically monopoly money. So instead of saying slave, because you know America has a bad history with the word slave, we use thrall.
Wait, you have? Kirk, what are you saying? Did you
I think
try to do the America thing where you try to like nation build?
yeah, they do that in with the Klingon episode coming up when
They can't
they
do
go-
that. That's our thing.
Yeah.
What is that spooky music in the background?
It's also like future music because we don't know what kind of aliens. This is like Twilight Zone, you know.
I mean, it's barely even music. It's just they're playing one
notes.
tone for like 5 seconds, then changing to
Yeah.
a different pitch
Yeah,
for 5 seconds, and then just loop.
yeah. But it's like freaky. Oh, there's that word.
And Kirk, come on, you can take them. Well, to be fair, Kirk, you're telling them to take a big
We'll
risk.
just use the same thing.
I bet
Gambling is-
300 quaterlus that the terms are fair.
Gambling's so addictive, but basically social media uses the same things to get you addicted. Feeding you the content, the algorithm that like is going to make you more scrolling and longer. Like they rewards you for spending more time on the platform, which of course gambling app websites also do. I don't know.
Okay, so there's an Andorian with a grapple. There's a human with a tiny net. And there's Klug with his big beefy arms.
And
With
low
a whip.
IQ. And low IQ.
Is that Lieutenant Kyle with the net?
No, he was one of the original.
Ooh, oh, Kurt, you just stepped on the blue.
Look, guys. It was the 1960s. This is as much action packed as
It was the 1960s. They didn't know what blue was.
They established the rules, and then in the chat they just
Yeah,
violated
Klug was
it.
also just standing on the yellow for a second. Look, the important thing is that they're trying. They're mostly keeping to their colors.
Look, and again, we're getting Shatner's moves and
Then
acting.
we cut to an immediately different take where Kurt is a foot in front of where he was
Oh,
before.
Klug.
Oh,
Klug was a sweetheart. Can't believe you just stabbed him.
feared him.
Oh no, he has a tiny net. Yep, stabbed his friend. Yep.
Kirk shows
Is
he's
that
got
Shauna's knife?
IQ. Yeah, I guess that's where he needed it.
Whoa, whoa, it was 3 against 1. You're changing the rules. Even beyond the blue and yellow. What is this?
Now he has to kill the woman he loves.
No, he doesn't. He's known her for like a day.
He's taught her about love and beauty.
No, she still has her knife. He just has a knife.
Okay. Because he said weapon of your choice.
Now this battle music is appropriate.
Yeah. Although she knocked him down to the ground pretty well when those other 3 guys failed. He's looking for a kiss in the middle of the
Shauna,
battle.
kill him. Do it.
He taught her about love. All right, so he didn't win that battle, actually. He lost. She just couldn't stab him because she fell in love with him.
No, it all worked out.
I don't know. Did they free the thralls here, or did they just go back home?
The rule was that the brain
en-
people have to
Oh,
like teach them to
democratized.
be self-governing, to make their
Yeah,
own
yeah.
society here on this
Okay,
desolate
okay.
world.
So they are free. Okay.
Kind of. They're still totally gonna die because there's nothing to eat.
Yeah.
There's no arable land. There's no lakes.
Yeah. But look, they'll have democracy, right? A bet's a bet. Democracy is pretty boring, actually.
But she's just a woman. She can't. So was she not from a spacefaring culture?
No, she is from the planet.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't get that.
That's what she's been saying the entire episode. She has no idea what he's talking about with the space.
Well,
No, I thought
I know she's been saying like she doesn't know about stars and stuff.
anything.
I
All
just-
she knows is the preparers. Yeah.
But I wasn't sure, like, was she born here? Was she kidnapped as a child? What's the deal?
Yeah. But Kirk got another notch on his belt, so that's all that matters. Nice music, though,
How come Chekhov doesn't get a harness?
because he's not the champ.
He's probably removed it. Did he have it earlier?
Scotty, beam us up. Close. It was close.
Well, we freed the slaves.
Well, now what's Galt gonna do?
And look, they don't have their choke collars anymore. Shock collars. Oh, it all fell off. Look, look, look. Such great acting.
Wait, did he ever tell her his first name? Yeah, whatever. Doesn't
This
matter.
is such a great acted episode.
All right, forgotten about. We're not going to remember her. She doesn't matter. We're done. Let's see. What is next week? Next week's episodes are A Piece of the Action, which I believe is the Gangster Planet. The Immunity Syndrome, which I have no idea what that is. What's the Immunity Syndrome? Now, let me Google it.
They all get sick.
Yeah, very possibly by that name.
Let's see. Memory Alpha. After Spock senses the destruction of the Vulcan manned starship Intrepid, the Enterprise encounters an enormous single-celled organism that feeds on energy, which threatens the galaxy as it prepares to reproduce. So they found a giant mile-long space amoeba. That's what
And
happens.
then the next one, A Private Little War, is the Cold War, where the Klingons and the Federation compete over
Yeah.
the same planet and arming them like Vietnam all over again.
I feel like, is that episode racist? I feel like it is. I don't remember it exactly, but I have a bad feeling about it. Well, we'll find out next week. Maybe I'm incorrect in my memory. But the Gangster Planet one is fun, at least. It's complete nonsense, but it doesn't matter. It's a fun episode.
Are we allowed to have gangster accents?
I would prefer that you did not.
Capiche.
What I would also prefer is that everyone goes away because the stream is over. It's done.
Thank you, Ryan.
Have a lovely week.